Okay, Toko Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school girls basketball, where the McComb Panthers will take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Speedway Lanes, and NK Toko. You're looking live here at the Nest. My name's Brandon Goderman. Alongside me, Dave Kanapke, and McComb taking on New Bremen. Blanchard Valley Conference meets the MAC here today. And first, Dave, taking a look at the McComb Lady Panthers, coming in at 5-3 on the season, 1-1 in the Blanchard Valley Conference. They come in boasting a pretty good record and a pretty good freshman here in Morgan Kern.
Yeah, Morgan Kern averages 20 points a game. That's second in the BBC. She has 21 three-pointers, shoots the three-pointers at 40% clip. Very good player. The BBC is usually a league that's dominated by Liberty Benton year in, year out. Some of the other ones are Arcadia and Van Buren. We can go through the list later. Coach Jeremy Herr, a veteran coach, 15th year at McComb.
And taking a look here on the flip side, the New Bremen Cardinals fell to the 500 mark on Thursday. They fell to Delphus. They fell to 1-2 in MAC play. But good news is they're starting to get Marina Nelson back, who had been nursing an injury. She's coming back, but she's a great player. But really the focus has been Chloe Homan, who's blossoming as one of the true stars in the MAC. Yeah,
Chloe Homan, I think, is one of the best, if not the best, in the MAC. She can score. She scores about 15 points a game. She has 8 rebounds a game, leads the MAC in blocks. She's all over the leaderboard for the MAC. But, it's also good to have Nelson back. She twisted her ankle at the Watkins game before Christmas, so it's good for her back. She averages 9. Michaela Ferguson having a solid freshman season at 9 points a game.
Yeah, Ferguson has really been a star that has really come along here lately, too, averaging 9.1 points a game. And really, it's kind of what Coach Timmerman's talked about and had a couple games for New Bremen. He's talked about just trying to find scoring outside of Homan, and Ferguson has been one of those players.
Yeah, that's Ferguson Nelson's they're at 9, 10, and then Homan's at 15. They really need the 4th and 5th players and even a player off the bench to score. They get very limited ones after that, and the next one you drop down to Mary Rindler. If they can get a little more, a few points off the bench, a few points from their other starters, they got some good players. They could have a good second half of the season.
We'll kick it down to PA announcer Scott Fry for our national anthem. We'll come back with our starting lineups and keys to the game here next on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball, NK Toko Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Welcome back here to NK Toko Sports as we get to introduce the starting lineups for the game here tonight between New Bremen and McComb here tonight. Let's take a look at our officials here. They're Carl Muniz, Callan Stewart, and Brittany Roby Young, our officials here in stripes tonight. And get a look and taking at our starting lineups here first. Again, for our visitors, McComb sitting at 5-3. They are an even 500, only 2 games in the Blanchard Valley Conference. As we take a look at our starters here. Number 4, 5'8" junior Casey Like, a returning letter winner. Number 5, Riley Schiff, a 5'9" junior. Number 15, a senior at 5'8", Mackenzie Schrader, the senior captain. Number 23, junior Hannah Sherrick. And rounding out the lineup, number 22, freshman 5'9", Morgan Kern. The head coach of McComb is Jeremy Herr. Now for the New Bremen Lady Cardinals at 5-5. They stand at 1-2 in the Midwest Athletic Conference as we turn off the lights here. A junior number 2, Marina Nelson back in the starting lineup. A welcome surprise for New Bremen fans. Number 3, Mia Hirschfeld, averaging half a point a contest. Number 20, sophomore Mary Rindler, averaging 3.5 a contest. 5'10" freshman number 23, averaging 9.1 points per game, Michaela Burks. And rounding out the lineup, number 30, senior, averaging 14.8 points a game, Chloe Homan. The New Bremen Lady Cardinals are led by head man Andy Timmerman in his 3rd season, assisted by Emily Mesher and John Storr. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First, taking a look for the McComb Lady Panthers.
Yeah, Coach Jeremy, his first key was to rebound the basketball. They're not really tall. The tallest person that they have is 5'9". They want to limit their turnovers, and they want to capitalize on any mistakes that New Bremen has.
And taking a look for the New Bremen Cardinals.
Coach Andy Timmerman, he said he wants to watch 22 Kearns wherever she goes, averaging 20 a point. They want to defend the ball well and execute and capitalize on their press. I think they can get a few turnovers. Those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
We're just trying to get that ball away, trying to poke it away. Shot no good there by Schiff. As New Bremen trying to push the break here. Rindler up to Homan in transition, fires from that right wing. Long rebound going to be tracked down by Sherrick. Come walk it up here, 30 seconds into the contest. A possession for each team, no score yet. Trying to find Kern on that back cut. It's swiped away by Homan. Homan with a full head of steam to the basket. We'll slow it down, back to Nelson. Nelson on the inside, and doesn't look like that ankle's bothering her early on.
Yeah, that's a big threat. She was all MAC last year along with Homan. She's a big weapon. Like, I agree, she looked like she was at 100% there.
2-0 here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 60 seconds into the contest. Hirschfeld defending. And we got a three-pointer there from the left wing. It's no good up there by Like. New Bremen out and running again. Nice pass up to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld tried to get it to Rindler on the inside, and it's taken away there by Like. This is a really this is a fast-paced game here in the first opening 90 seconds of this ball game. Kind of a pace that, if you follow New Bremen, they're not much of a run up and down the floor team.
Yeah, they see something, they feel like they can run on this team. There's a three.
Three-pointer good there by Hannah Sherrick from the left wing, a returning letter winner. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 returning letter winners on this Macomb roster.
Yeah, a fair amount of experience.
Homan has him sealed, has the defender sealed too much, kicks it out to Nelson, and it rolls out.
Can't get any closer than that.
No. It's the toilet bowl roll, as a lot of people call it, goes out. New Bremen's typically playing in their zone defense like usual. Kern gets it in on the inside. That shot is up and in by Casey Like.
A good ball movement, Like, with a quick release over the New Bremen defender.
Got right there in the short corners where you want to get in that zone. One of the soft spots as here with the basketball. Try to get it on the inside. It's another New Bremen turnover. Like up ahead, pushing the break. Gets up ahead, up and under the basket. Wild shot's no good, and Rindler clears the boards.
Yeah, they're pushing the tempo. It's a pretty quick Macomb team.
And up, and there's a jump on the inside. Possession's going to stay with the Crimson and Gold.
Good job there by Ferks. It wasn't a great pass, but she's strong enough at 5'10". She didn't lose it. A lot of players at that point, when it's tipped away, would lose it. They keep it, draw foul.
Freshman really stepped up again while Nelson was out. It's got that average up to 9.1 points a game. Does not play like a freshman. Takes her way to the basket. That's an example of how she plays like a seasoned veteran.
Exactly. She paused just enough there. It wasn't really open, but she hesitated a little bit and actually waited until she got the opening as the Cardinals draw within one.
5-4 now, 4:47 to go in the first quarter. Macomb ahead. Nice pass on the inside. Macomb going to back it out. They're going to take the shot. And off the left hand and in for Mackenzie Schrader.
You know, what I've seen so far, they talked about Kern averaging 20 points a game, and they've had 3 different players already score.
Yeah, it's a lot of good, crisp passing, which you need against the zone that New Bremen's going to play. And there's Homan on the inside who scores.
She is just so smooth on both sides of the floor.
And 7-6 now. McComb out of that Blanchard Valley Conference, which Davey mentioned is generally dominated by Liberty Benton.
Yeah, year in, year out, they are one of the best teams. I think they're usually Division III.
Yeah, and they'll be actually in Versailles next Monday playing the MLK Classic over there as Hannah Sherrick with the bucket there.
I think Minster's actually traveling to Liberty Benton today to play them. They played each other. I think it's the 3rd year now. It's always a pretty good ball game.
Ball on the right wing to Hirschfeld, back over to Rindler. Try to get on the inside, and her coach Hurst, they watch the lob, but a nice recovery on the inside by McComb.
Yeah, not sure who had that block, but yeah, like you said, it was looked like that was going to be a basket for Homan. Kern so far hasn't even shot yet.
Yeah.
For McComb, as there's the drive, a nice steal by Homan.
And stolen right back by the Lady Panthers. They get the ball on the inside, and Casey Like scores. An 11-6 lead now for McComb.
Bremen needs to tighten up the defense a little bit. They're giving some easy interior passes for easy shots.
Firks downhill to the basket. Shot no good. Board cleared by Riley Schiff. A couple substitutions will come in for each team at the next dead ball. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. And great ball movement by McComb. They can't convert on the inside. Schrader. They'll push it up ahead. Homan on that right wing. Homan will kick it up to Nelson for 3 and buries it from the top of the key.
Nice job there. She splashes the 3. Timeout on the floor by New Bremen.
And buries that 3. It's a 30-second timeout. All timeouts this year on NK Telco Sports are brought to you by our fine sponsors at Precision Strip here this year. And we also have our other sponsors, our Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Buds Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza, Timeout sponsors, Precision Strip, our player of the game, which Dave and I will select for New Bremen. It's brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post-game stats are powered by Grand Lake Health Systems. And our New Bremen Live View sponsors right here in New Bremen in that Speedway Lanes. So coming out of that Precision Strip timeout, fast-paced first quarter here.
Yeah, entertaining. Both teams pushing the tempo. Both teams have been able to get off shots, pretty open shots. So I imagine both teams are going to want to adjust their defense a little bit.
11-9, and McComb's done a really nice job of passing and getting really just a lot of good space in the zone, and that's another example. Mackenzie Schrader with the shot there.
They have 3 different players now with 4 or more.
Homan with the ball to Hirschfeld. Over to Burden. Over to Homan. Back over to Rindler. Hirschfeld with it. Goes over to Homan. A little more patient here. Hirschfeld back to Homan. Firks flips in the corner. Burden, that's her shot from the corner. It's too much there, though, and it's going to go off of Hirschfeld. And it'll go the way of McComb.
Not a bad shot there. Burden usually comes out into the game, generates a little bit of offense, but just a little too long. You know, it's not, if you take the right shot, things will come. You're not going to make it every time, but I think that was the right shot in that possession.
And that's a good way to put it, because everyone's always like, well, if you're open, you should make it every time. And obviously we know, obviously you're not going to shoot 100%. But a good way to put it. Another nice crisp pass by McComb. Wow, these guys pass as well as any team I've seen this year on the girls' circuit.
Great interior passing as Sarah Ryder becomes the 4th Panther to score today.
Ryder comes in a 5'9 junior. McComb now in a zone of their own. It's been in for the past few possessions. They get a tip there. He'll stay with the Cardinals.
Coach Jeremy Herr, he has over 190 wins on his career at McComb, so veteran coach. This is a new team on the schedule for New Bremen, at least from last year. So, you know, I imagine all these teams, it's kind of nice to play somebody different, see a different look, you know, different style at times and what you see on the league nights.
Burden will pull the trigger. Shot no good. And you mentioned that, and I kind of talked about with the boys. The boys last week played Elida, Hardin Northern. The girls have also added Delphus Jefferson to the schedule the past few years. So kind of some different looks. It's kind of like what the Minster girls did. They go up and play Ottoville, Liberty Benton, teams like that. So in some of these teams, when they have success, it makes it better. 3 from the corner, no good. Homan skies in for the rebound and is fouled. Oh, she's everywhere on the floor. She skied in and got that rebound, came out of nowhere, not being boxed out, and will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I looked at some of the stats in the MAC leaderboard. She is first in the league in blocks. She is second in rebound, field goal percentage, and scoring. She is fourth in threes and 3 percentages. All-around great player, Chloe Hillman. Yeah, I don't think they're going to re-inbound it.
Yeah, I think that official was bringing someone in, and they tried to design a play where they use Homan as an inbound. They tried to just post her up right away.
Yeah, Nelson's back in the game.
They try to get it to Homan, broken up and taken away there by Schrader. Well, up to Kern on that right side, who again said averaged 20 points a game, but not even a shot taken yet as she has the ball right now. Takes it back out, goes that right side. Go on the inside, Ryder kicks it out, 3-pointer left wing. Shot is no good there from Hannah Sherrick. Burden pushed up ahead quickly. Her third three-point attempt is no good at the horn. And it's a 15-9 lead for McComb through 8 minutes of action here at the Nest. We'll step aside and come back with your second quarter of action and your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball, MK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back here to the Nest here for the second quarter of action here between McComb and New Bremen. And really a fast-paced quarter. It was 11-9 after Nelson hit that 3, but McComb ends that quarter with the last 4 points, Dave.
Yeah, you look at the stats. They're getting better shots as the shooting percentages are better. McComb 6 of 13 overall, 6 of 10 on their 2-pointers, where New Bremen is 3 of 10. Or check that, 4 of 12 overall, just 1 of 7 on their threes.
And there's a turnover forced by Hirschfeld right there. Goes up right to Nelson. She'll stop her tracks, give it to Rindler for the deep 2. Shot's no good. Rebound, Karams down. Over to Homan, to Nelson. She's going to hesitate, fire a 3. No good. Firks goes up and is blocked there. And they'll stay with the crimson and gold.
Good rebound there by Firks to keep it alive. It's knocked out, but chance to extend this possession.
Kern a brief breather. She's back in the lineup. Nelson going to step back. She's going to fire a 3 from the right corner, and that's good for Marina Nelson.
Combs going to learn pretty quickly. You can't leave Nelson that wide open.
And I'm sure they maybe get a chance to look at tape or look at box scores. They've probably had limited looks, too, with Nelson being injured.
Yeah, when you're playing a non-league team, you don't do extensive scouting as you might do in a league game, so sometimes you just don't know.
And the left-hand shot is up and good for Sarah Ryder. And that's one thing I've noticed about McComb is a lot of them use their left hands very well.
Yeah.
Your left wing, 3-pointer up, and no good by Firks. We're cleared here. Chance to reset the lineups. Ryder, Schiff. You have Schrader, Kern, and Sherrick in for McComb. It's Nelson for New Bremen. It's Nelson, Hirschfeld, Homan, Firks, Rindler, and number 30, Chloe Homan, as Michaela Firks gets the basket, the hoop, and harm.
She wanted that one to count, and if she was in the NBA, she'd get the continuation call there. Talking about non-league games, I had the radio on to some station. A head coach was talking about. He said what he does for the league games, he scouts them extensively. For the non-league games, he lets his assistants do it, gives them some experience, and then kind of spreads out the work.
Yeah.
To try to do that. I thought that was an interesting, because most coaches I've talked to all week, they prepare for their league game, and then they do a little bit on the non-league game, and usually they have a walk around that or shoot around that morning if it's a Saturday, and they talk about a scouting report, and that's what they do.
And I saw the New Bremen boys in here when I was getting ready for the JV game. They had their shoot around. They'll travel to Russia tonight. I'll be doing that game after the conclusion of this game here. So
I'm sure they were talking about how to beat the undefeated Russia Raiders. Though Botkins gave them a scare. That was a great game. Dave Helmstetter and I had that. Botkins had 11 threes, had them on the ropes, but Russia came through in the fourth quarter to win it.
Back cut by Kern, so good. And the Bremen boys fell last night to Delphus in a tight contest. You might have watched here on NK Telco. Cut up ahead by Nelson. She loses it. It's tied up. It's going to be a turnover on the Cardinals. And Abby Burden will come into the lineup.
And Bremen lost to a very good Delphus St. John team. Cam Elwer, who's a sophomore this year, he was averaging 27 points coming into last night. As a freshman, he was awesome. And it's pretty wide open in the MAC. St. Henry knocked off Marion last night. Versailles is pretty good. Coldwater was undefeated until about a week ago. It's pretty wide open.
Ball up ahead. It goes up over to Hirschfeld. She's going to stop in her tracks, try to get it to Nelson, but broken up there by McComb, and it'll stay with New Bremen.
Let me rephrase that with the MAC boys. Wide open makes it sound like nobody's good. There's a lot of good teams this year. It's pretty even. There's all those teams I mentioned, and Bremen's probably the next tier down, as well as Minster right there. Minster's working through some health and injury problems, and they have a lot of talent as well. If you win the MAC this year, you're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, and it's about kind of the same thing on the girls. It's kind of wide open. Anyone can beat anyone, it seems, on any given night. As Nelson trying to connect on her third three-pointer, and she buries it from the top of the key.
She's 3 for 3. She puts a nice arch on there. It helps your angle there on there. She's 3 of 3, 11 points already.
And Chloe Homan's going to come in after a short breather. It's probably the thing nice, too. Coach Timmerman has a little deeper bench as Kern misses. They get the offensive board. Drives on the inside. Kicks it out over in that left corner. That shot's no good. Rebound going to go down over to Sherrick. There's a foul going up, and there'll be 2 shots for McComb.
Well, McComb didn't have any offensive rebounds the first quarter, and they have 3 of them already in just a little over 3 minutes here. That kept that possession alive, and Hannah Sherrick will go line. Leading scorer so far today, she has 5 points.
First free throw short and off the mark there from Sherrick. Chloe Homan back in as Marina Nelson will take a breather. And Coach Timmerman said you're going to watch kind of her minutes. Well, she's been playing about full bore here so far. As Sherrick splits from the line.
Luckily for Coach Timmerman, he's got Ferks and Homan that can both handle the ball quite well.
Try to get it to Homan in on that elbow area. It's taken away. New Bremen just hanging around here so far in the first half. Trail 18-15 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Well, goes up to the top of the key, goes up over to Kern. Kern still scoreless in this game. Gets the ball down on the wing, gets it back out to Kern.
And Kern's been guarded by Homan most of the time. They switched off there, but now they switch back. Homan really has limited Kern to very few shots.
Kern gets the shot. It just rims out. And Chloe Homan, who's guarding her, is the one who went and got the rebound. She's just all over the floor.
So she moved about 15 feet in order to get that rebound.
Coming in, skying in to get that ball is Casey Like. Like always is just active around the basketball. You can tell about a quarter and a half of play. She just has a knack for getting the ball. Like with it. Nice job to cut back on the inside. Can't convert there, though, but on the cleanup is Mackenzie Schrader.
Boy, if you look at a shot chart and see where McComb is shooting. They are shooting everything in the lane about less than 4 feet away.
And they're getting good high percentage looks. They pass the basketball very well as a team. Firk's left wing, her shot too much on it. Rebound cleared there by Schrader. They just do a very good job of getting the ball to the spots where they need to, and just good crisp passing.
Yeah, as Bremen was playing zone, but they've switched to man-to-man mostly this quarter.
Shot is no good. Run the outlet pass over to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld will kick it out to Burden. Burden to Firks. On the inside to Homan. Homan looks for a teammate. Mary Rindler goes up and scores. Mary Rindler cracks the box score for New Bremen.
Nice job, Homan looking for a teammate. Good job by Rindler flashing to the basket. Cuts the lead to 3.
Rindler averaging 3.5 points a contest. He gets a big bucket there. Shot no good. Homan clears the boards. Homan up ahead. Tries to get it to her senior classmate Abby Burden. Hangs in the air. Shot no good. Homan will clear the board back out to Rindler. It caroms, fortunately, to Chloe Homan, and New Bremen catches a break and gets a basket.
Yeah, the ball went to a great spot where Homan can finish. McComb will call a precision strip timeout.
And it's a 30-second timeout. We'd like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 151, January 8th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. and on Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503, January 20th, 2024 at 2 p.m. and January 22nd, 2024 at noon. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So New Bremen on a roll here, cuts the deficit to 1, just hanging around this first half.
Yeah, they're starting to get their offense going a little bit. McComb and New Bremen, both of them pushing the tempo a little bit. I think at times they're hurrying to take a shot, not necessarily the best shot, especially McComb. It seems like as soon as somebody's open, they're going up with the shot. And if they're patient, they seem like they get the shots in the lane. If they're not, they get the shots around the perimeter. So we'll see if Coach Jeremy Herr changes anything along that lines after that timeout.
Ball in the corner, shot no good. It's going to carry him down over to Michaela Firks, up ahead, and Homan's going to turn it right back over to Schiff. This has just been a fast-paced game. If you watch New Bremen play, they're doing a really good job of keeping up with McComb, but just kind of an interesting shift of pace from what you see usually out of this New Bremen team. The shot is in for Kern. She gets in the box score.
Yeah, her first points.
Three-pointer well short there by Allie Bornhorst, who's in the lineup.
Yeah, New Bremen doesn't really have the bench to play real deep. They only go 6, sometimes 7 deep. So see if they can keep the stamina up. But we're coming up on 1 minute to go in the half.
They'll stay here with McComb. Off the deflection from Burden. 1:04 to go here in the first half as Mary Rindler subs in, and she'll come in for Bornhorst.
Yeah, good to get Rindler on that floor. Very athletic, one of the middle hitters on that state championship volleyball team.
And someone lost the assignment in there. Fortunately for New Bremen, McComb misses from point-blank range. Kern with the basketball out on the arc. Kern kicks it out on the inside, light, quick as a cat to the basket. Scores on the layup.
That's a good description there. She saw an opening and went straight to it for the easy layup.
24-19 our score now. Homan, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by Rindler up over to Firks, shot no good. Burden will get that to roll home on the third attempt for New Bremen, that possession.
Yeah, that's a good one. They needed a bucket there. First 2 points for Abby Burden.
20 seconds to go here. You're going to assume McComb holds for the last shot. They lead by 3, 24-21. Here, Kern with the basketball. Kern trying to get on the inside. That ball's fluttering around. Out, shot up, no good. We're going to track it down. Will Ryder. Ryder gets up ahead to Like. Can McComb get a shot off at the horn, and it's no good. McComb holds on to a 24-21 lead over New Bremen at our halftime break. You can watch some little dribblers here, some elementary school future New Bremen Cardinals play here as we head to break. Again, McComb up on New Bremen 24-21 on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball on KTEL Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Halftime here at New Bremen in the Nest stand. It's a 24-21 McComb lead over the New Bremen Lady Cardinals. Let's take a look at our first half stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health System. So with those stats, Mr. Dave Knapke.
Thanks, Brandon. First for McComb, they've had 5 different players score. Very balanced. They've had 3 different players score 6 points apiece. Casey Like, Mackenzie Schroeder, and Hannah Sherrick with 2 points apiece. Sarah Ryder with 4 points off the bench, and Morgan Kern, who came in here averaging 20 points a game, only scoring 2 for New Bremen. They've had Marina Nelson had a nice game, 3 for 3 on her threes, 11 points overall. Chloe Hillman 4, and Mary Renner, Michaela Ferks, and Abby Burden with 2. Shooting overall, McComb 11 of 30, New Bremen 9 of 25. McComb was 15 of 24, or 10 of 24 inside the arc. 1 of 6 on their threes. Bremen 6 of 12, 3 of 13 on their threes. We have yet to attempt a free throw so far. Turnovers 4 for McComb, 8 for New Bremen. Overall, the rebounding in favor of New Bremen 15-14. Brandon, New Bremen, what they need to do is they need to tighten up their defense. They're giving up way too many shots, easy shots from McComb. If you're McComb and Jeremy Hurry, you want to keep that tempo going, maybe get Kern more involved into the offense. It's not a fluke that she averages 20 points a game. And otherwise, they're defending. They're doing a pretty good job defending, but it's a pretty nice ball game here on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and you talk about it, trying to limit the touches on the inside for McComb. And New Bremen started out in a zone like they usually do, but then switched to a man-to-man for a little bit. Yeah,
they switched to that. They still gave up not as many underneath, but they need to tighten it up, make McComb work harder for those shots.
Well, on the inside, luckily Karam's down to Homan, who tries to do a fancy reverse. Doesn't work. Board cleared there by Riley Schiff. On the block, Schiff gets the ball back on the inside, and scoring there's Hannah Sherrick.
They get it on the block again, Sherrick. When they do get underneath, they put the shots up pretty quick. Sherrick with 8.
Sherrick, the lead scorer now here for McComb. Is pretty balanced attack here. Rindler on the inside to the basket, and we'll have our first free throws of the game, 44 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, definitely with the new foul, way they do fouls now by quarter, it's definitely limited the foul shots, but it's unusual not have anything in the first half as Rindler hits the first one.
Nice free throw there from Rindler, as mentioned, a middle hitter on that state championship volleyball team for Coach Diana Kramer, 4 titles in 7 years, as Rindler splits the free throws. And she's up to 3 points now, just a shade below her season average at 3.5. Got to get a little back cut there. Ball tipped by Nelson. It'll stay with McComb off the tie-up.
Good heads-up play by Nelson. They've been defending McComb for a half now, so they starting to understand how they're running their offense. I'm sure the coaches have picked that up a long time ago and trying to emphasize to the players, look for the passes to be in certain spots.
Ball down on the block. Firks takes it away. Firks gives it up to Marina Nelson. Nelson stops over to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld trying to gives up over to Firks. Firks trying to dribble on the inside, trying to go downhill to the basket, and she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, so he didn't have a foul shot the whole first half, and 2 of their possessions here, they go to the line. Kayla Firks, freshman, not a great foul shooter, but hopefully she can get a couple here.
Trying to cut that deficit to single possession, and she cans the first one. And Firks at 3 points, averages 9.3 a contest.
Yeah, pretty solid freshman season as she rattles home the second one.
Michaela Firks with 2 points there. As Firks with 4 now, and 26-24 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And back on the inside. Great display of passing yet again by the Lady Panthers from McComb. Riley Schiff with the bucket.
Yeah, that was perfect timing. Schiff sealed off her spot underneath there, and a nice bounce pass right to her.
Hirschfeld back over to Firks. Firks downhill, attacking again. That's one thing you talk about Michaela Firks. She just attacks the basket, just unafraid as a freshman just to go get hers.
And I like what she does. So many players, they drive to the basket and it's one speed. She'll hesitate. She'll kind of feel where the defense is and look for the soft spot, and she's now hit 3 straight free throws.
5 points now for the freshman. And she looks to go a perfect 2 for 2 and get that bucket back. She'll split from the line.
I knew we jinxed her.
But ball blocked on the inside, now going up. Now McComb's going to go to the line. So we had 4 fouls here within 2 minutes.
McComb had 6 offensive rebounds in that second quarter. A little too many if you knew a New Bremen fan, as Schrader, the captain on the team, misses the first.
And McComb at 5-3. They're 1-1 in the Blanchard Valley Conference.
Yeah, Blanchard Valley, their standings are Acadia's 2-0, Liberty Benton's 2-0, and then you have Van Buren at 1-0, and then McComb, Arlington, Pandora Gilboa at 1-1, Riverdale, Van Leeuwen, and Elmwood all looking for their first win in a 9-team league.
And I believe is Liberty Benton's leaving the Blanchard
Valley? Yeah, I was
Valley?
just going to say it's going to become an 8-team league. I don't know exactly. They put in their request. I don't know if they have a home yet. I know they're trying to find a spot. They've just kind of, I think they dominate a lot of sports, and they're by far much bigger than many of them.
Morgan Kern with the 3, and now it's up to a 7-point lead now for McComb.
That's her first 3 that she's hit. Yeah, this is a danger time. Cardinals need a bucket, and there's a big 3 there by Firks.
And Michaela Firks really starting to take over this third quarter. Not playing like a freshman, a future bright spot for Coach Andy Timmerman. Well, on the inside, shot attempt no good. Chloe Homan with the rebound. This is Coach Timmerman's 3rd season, 2010 graduate of New Bremen High School. He's coaching at his alma mater after 5 years at Russia. On the inside, foul up to Mary Rindler, and she'll shoot 2. Rindler's been even more aggressive this second half as well.
Yeah, New Bremen in the first half, I think they settled for a lot of 3s, and I don't know if it's just happening this way or Coach Timmerman changed it, is that they're getting more driving. They're getting shots more closer to the basket, more high percentage shots.
Rindler over her season average now with that made free throw. As we say, McComb had a 7-point lead, has now quickly dwindled to 3 as Rindler splits the free throws. 4:45 to go here in the third quarter, 32-29. New Bremen trails on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. McComb's held a lead kind of like this to come kind of 3 to 7 points this whole game.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. There's a nice drive there by Casey Like.
And Like, very quick to the basket.
Boy, they have a lot of different players that can score, that can drive, and look at their averages.
Yeah.
They don't really seem that way. They have Kern at 20. The next one was Schroeder at 8, but today they are very balanced.
We're going to go out right in front of the New Bremen bench. Will stay with the Crimson and Gold. And Abby Burden going to come in for Mary Rindler to give her a breather.
Yeah, McComb has Sherrick with 8. Like with 8, Schroeder with 7.
Give it up over to Burden. Burden on the inside, trying to power through. Gets contact there, and he'll shoot 2.
You know what is also by getting the ball underneath, they've got themselves to the free throw line. There's been multiple trips by Rindler and Ferks, and now Abby Burden, one of 2 seniors on this team, will shoot 2.
At the line, first free throw is good.
Guess we don't have to say shoot 2. It's always shoot 2 unless it's like a 3-point play.
Yeah. Yeah, with those new rules, and I think everyone's starting to get used to it. And Burden cans those 2 free throws. The 5'6" senior, the other senior being Chloe Homan on this roster for the Crimson and Gold. 34-31. Our score here. Nice back cut and another foul. As McComb's already at 5 fouls. This is New Bremen's 2nd foul. So 7 fouls been called this quarter already.
New Bremen should not be getting burnt this many times with the back door. McComb hasn't really showed they can hit the outside, but they showed they can pass it underneath and need to sag off from the defenders a little bit. Credit to the Panthers for being able to execute this offense.
Free throw is up and good there for Hannah Sherrick. Well, we talked about Kern at the top of the broadcast, but you're doing a good job in mentioning that that they're getting really good balance. They get the offensive rebound. They flip it over to the corner. Shot no good. Another offensive board for the Panthers. Almost taken away by Homan on the inside. Shot no good. Rebound by Chloe Homan.
Bremen lucky to escape that without a point.
Hirschfeld takes the shot. She doesn't shoot much. Her shot's no good. And Bremen will retreat back after a quick possession. Quick transition 3, Kern. It's no good. Ferks trying to get the rebound. Trying to go baseline there. Kern up and off the glass and in. And we got a timeout, a full timeout here by Coach Herr. We'll take it with them. 37-31, McComb ahead of New Bremen on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball in K-Tolko Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here on NK-Tolko Sports, 37-31 here to go. 37-31, 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. And McComb gets a big shot there before the timeout, Dave.
And now they've switched to the zone that they played in the first quarter. See, a lot of teams will switch out of a timeout. And we'll see if New Bremen can adjust.
Homan in the corner, gives it up over to Abby Burden. Again, McComb just trying to take that momentum, been leading the whole game. Haven't been able to necessarily put the game away, so to speak. Hirschfeld's shot's no good. Tie up on the inside will stay with New Bremen.
Yeah, it seems like New Bremen has like a glass ceiling. Once they get to 3, they can't get any farther than 3. I don't know if they've led the whole game.
No.
As I mentioned, it's been 3 to 7 points by McComb.
And Michaela First buries a 3 from the left corner to get us back within a possession. It's kind of that glass ceiling point we're at that you just mentioned, Dave.
Yeah, she's had 9 in this quarter now, tied with team high with Nelson with 11 points.
And 9 is her season average, 9.1. Shot on the inside. It seems like every time it gets there, McComb gets a basket.
A great interior passing of the Panthers.
Sherrick with the bucket. She's in double figures now with 11. Homan kicks it out. Firks, Burden, right wing three, too much on it. Hirschfeld tracks it down, tries to get it up to Rindler, but it's taken away. Going up ahead is Casey Like, trying to go against Firks. Like will pull it out on that right wing to Kern. Kern cross-court pass, left wing, three ball, too much there from Sherrick. And Bremen pushes up ahead. Hirschfeld stops over to Firks. Firks will fire a high arcing three. It'll clip the net, and Rindler with a nice play to keep it alive. Homan on the inside, trying to rip through. Hirschfeld's shot, no good. Offensive board, Homan. And she's fouled on the floor. That'll be 2 free throws now due to the 5 fouls. Coach Hurd not a fan of that call.
Homan really hasn't touched the ball a lot on offense. Of course, every time she touches it, there's 2 Panthers on her. She wasn't to be denied. She wanted to get that rebound, so a chance for 5'10" senior Chloe Homan to shoot 2.
Homan's first free throw is right through the eyelets, and good. Up to 5 points now, so kind of a more of a quiet night, but you have to factor in Marina Nelson being back too, and Homan's not asked to do as much as Nelson will come back in to give Homan a breather.
Yeah, Nelson coming in the lineup, a little more offense. I think Coach Timmerman's been trying to pace Nelson all game, probably let her go a lot the rest of the way.
Nelson only with 1 foul, and taking a look at the foul trouble here, there's 3 fouls for Sherrick. Sherrick on the inside, shot no good. Offensive board, McComb. Trying to back down on the inside. Kern trying to go to the basket. Kern trying to step through in the lane, shot no good. Rebound there over to Marina Nelson. She's trying to push up ahead to Hirschfeld, but they intercept the pass, and McComb will slow things down here.
Bad pass. She just threw that one into the crowd.
And she thought she was getting doubled along the sideline, was trying to get rid of it. Going to the basket, and there'll be a foul, and McComb will shoot 2.
Kern is making a point of trying to shoot now. When you're a 20-point person, you're a scorer. You're not going to hold scorers down the whole time. She's being a little more assertive, a little more persistent. That time she just kept moving around until she could get a shot off. She goes to the line.
Morgan Kern averaging 20 points a contest, been kind of kept in check so far with 8. But I was always told, I remember when you play against, maybe more elite scorers, they maybe average 25, 30 points a game. Coach always said, we're not going to shut them down. We're not going to get 0. Let's just try to contain them, not let them get, instead of them averaging 25, 30, let's hope they get 15 maybe. And there's a jump ball.
The Bremen fans want an over-the-back call. If, that's not really a call, but the referee is saying it was above right. Both of the players, both of them jumped up and caught at the same time.
Comb up 4 now. They get the ball in over to Kern. Kern driving downhill on the inside, and they'll score.
She is showing her athleticism here in the second half.
Get a ball up ahead to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld kicks it out to Firks. Firks thought about taking a shot. Will spin on the inside and go ahead and shoot, and she'll be fouled, and will shoot 2 free throws.
Firks being assertive. Again to the line, her 3rd trip here. She's been 3 of 4. 9 points here in this quarter. Cardinals could use a couple buckets here. They're hanging around again, as that one will rattle out.
It's a tough roll there for Firks, who's had a very dominant 3rd quarter. It's been a high-scoring 3rd quarter. 18 points for McComb, 15 for New Bremen. Make it, it rattles out. As McComb, New Bremen's going to start with possession in the 4th quarter, barring a jump ball. So a chance for McComb to try to end this quarter on an exclamation point. They got a player wide open, but Hirschfeld does a nice job in tipping the basketball. McComb keeps the possession alive, trying to get something off before the horn, and they can't. 8 minutes left in regulation. McComb leads New Bremen 42-36. We'll step aside, come back with the final 8 minutes of regulation. You're next on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball in KTOCO Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Beginning of the fourth quarter of basketball here between New Bremen and McComb holding on to a 6-point lead here, Dave.
Yeah, New Bremen really got to the foul line that time. 14 foul shots, but they only made 9, and see how they can come through here in the fourth quarter.
And there's a foul right there. Homan on the inside.
I think that's a good place to start. Homan didn't touch the ball as much in the third quarter. I think they're going to try to get it to her more. You look at McComb, they did not have a turnover there in the quarter. They have just played really sound basketball. They only have 4 turnovers all night. So can they keep it up for that fourth quarter? It's a long drive down from McComb. Fourth quarter is going to tell the tale.
And split there from Homan at the line. Up to 7 now is Chloe. And again, like I said, kind of, maybe her role in the offense is still going to be big, obviously, but Marina Nelson back, and she's going to score a lot as well, up at 8.9 points a game. We had a good quarter from Michaela Firks there. We had an offensive foul. That's going to go against number 5. That's going to go against Riley Schiff. They said she pushed off of Firks. They're trying to get the ball.
Firks did a nice job. She was fronting her, that she dared him to throw over the top, and when the pass didn't go that high, number 5, Chef, has a foul.
Three-pointer buried from the left corner there, and Chloe Homan starting to heat up.
And it breaks through that glass ceiling. Now it's a little bit at least. So it's within 2. That's a big bucket there by Homan.
The last time it was within 1 was at a 20-19 mark. McComb was ahead. They've led this whole game on the inside. Shot good and 1. Hoop and harm for Casey Like as she continues to have a great game.
Like, who averages 7, now with 10 points. And every time New Bremen gets to that glass ceiling, in this case breaks through there, it seems like McComb has answered a chance for the 3-point play by Like.
And they get some of that Homan 3 back, and a jump ball, and McComb is going to retain possession.
That was good hustle there by number 1, Sarah Ryder. She didn't give up on that rebound, and another chance here for McComb to build on their 4-point lead.
44-40. Panthers with the basketball with just a shade under 7 minutes left. And there's another push-off. There, I think that's what they're going to call it, an illegal screen maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's already 3 fouls against McComb.
Wow, it's just 109, 3 fouls. That could be big. That could get New Bremen to the foul line. Bremen needs to execute in this half-court possession.
Hirschfeld over the top pass over to Firks. McComb still staying in that zone. Each team has shown bits of man and zone as New Bremen turns the ball over. Marina Nelson turns it over.
She's trying to drive. I think she's trying to get over home, and good defense there by the Panthers.
Trying to get on the inside there. Reversing course Like. It's up over, deep shot, no good. Long rebound up on the floor, and it's going to be a tie-up, and it's going to be a possession for New Bremen Cardinals.
Good job for Homan. That looked like 2 Panthers had that ball, and Homan stayed after it. She causes the alternate possession, so ball arrowed towards New Bremen.
Nelson bringing the ball up. She's got 11, but it's been kind of quiet lately this second half. Hit a couple 3-pointers, hit 3 of them. Go over the top to Homan on the inside. Shot no good. Goes out to Nelson. Down to Homan. The inside over to Rindler. Rindler might have got away with an extra step. Sorry, that was Firks. Firks might have got away with an extra step, but there's a timeout by New Bremen. All timeouts brought to you by our fine sponsors at Precision Strip. We'd like to also thank our other sponsors here on NK Telco. They're Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwieterman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keel Pizza, timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the Game is brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post-game stats are brought to you by Green Lake Health Systems. And our New Bremen Live View sponsor is Speedway Lanes. So, competitive ball game here, and New Bremen's starting to kind of crack the glass ceiling, so to speak, and trailing by 2 now.
I'll give them credit. They're not giving up. They're, it can be frustrating when you keep coming back and McComb answers it. Every time you think you get close, it's a 7 or 8 points. But they keep fighting. They're not giving up on this game, and we'll see if the Cardinals' persistence will pay off. We still got a long way to go, and a very entertaining game here on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, very entertaining. You're right there. And New Bremen at 5-5. They fell to Delphus. They'll be back in action next Thursday against Coldwater.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't happy with that. Delphus hadn't won a league game before that. I don't know a lot of details about it, but hoping to pull out a victory here against a good McComb team, but there's a long way to go.
Like with the basketball, trying to go on the inside, kicks it out over to Schiff. Ball tipped. McComb will recover. Mackenzie Schrader. 5:16 to go here on NK Telco Sports. Brandon Coberman, Dave Knapke giving you the action here. Kern on the inside is fouled, and she'll shoot 2.
Kern will go back to the free throw line as Homan was guarding her that time. She wasn't always guarding her earlier this second half. And Kern now up to 10 here. 2 shots here.
2 shots now for Kern, and she cannot connect on the first.
She's a 77% foul shooter, but she's only 1 of 3 today. Let's see if I can do the reverse jinx on her. Nope.
Shot's no good, and Homan clears boards. New Bremen a chance to tie or take the lead. It's been a while since they've been in that position. McComb has led this entirety of this game.
They've switched to man-to-man defense now.
Back over to Firks. Firks trying to get into Homan. It tipped off of McComb, and will stay with the crimson and gold.
We talked about Firks driving a lot, but boy, she's had some nice entry passes to Homan, and just good defense there, tipped away by the McComb defender.
Zone defense out of bounds here by McComb, it looks like. Nelson fell down. Rindler shot up, no good. Hirschfeld with the rebound. It's out over to Nelson. Nelson for the lead. Left wing got it. 4:41 to go. New Bremen takes their first lead of the ball game.
Nelson hadn't shot since the first half, and that's a big one. A big three-pointer puts the Cardinals ahead.
45-44. The lead now for New Bremen, their first of the ball game on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. They've cracked the glass ceiling, and shots no good on the inside. Rindler clears up the rebound.
One of the few times that McComb has missed when they've got a good look underneath.
And good offensive output from this team, and there's a walk. This unfortunate collision there between Rindler and Nelson.
You look at the averages. New Bremen only averages 39 points a game. McComb averages 52 points a game. Yeah. So this is about their normal scoring on a night. New Bremen's keeping pace, though. Abby Burden usually, she's the one that goes in. Coach Timmerman wants to give a break, and Nelson, as he told us before the game, she's still on limited minutes.
Yeah. You say limited, but she's played, it seems like, with no restrictions today for the most part. Three-pointer is good, and McComb takes the lead back on a three buried from the corner by Hannah Sherrick.
Boy, it looked like Sherrick was trying to pass underneath, and then she was open. It's like, why not?
Hirschfeld on the left wing. It's back over to Burden. Over to Rindler. Rindler on the inside. Rindler trying to get it out. That ball's taken away, and it's a foul on New Bremen.
Good tip pass by the Panther defense. Results in a foul, the third foul. This foul goes against Abby Burden. See if, each possession, who can win, the offense or the defense. The last time, McComb defense won.
47-45. McComb holding on lead. New Bremen took it back briefly for the first time in the game. A three-pointer from the corner is good. And McComb hits 2 big threes there. That coming from Hannah Sherrick, who's now up to a game-high 17.
Yeah, I was going to say specifically Sherrick with 2 big threes here in 2 of the last 3 possessions.
And Bremen's lead was brief. And now they trail by 5 as they blink again. And Firks on the inside trying to attack the basket. It's no good. McComb clears up the boards. McComb about right at that season average, 50 points right now. Trying to drive on the inside is Kern. Ball's kicked back out to Kern. She'll take the deep shot. It tickles the twine there a little bit, but nothing going there. New Bremen will get the rebound. Firks, full head of steam. She's fouled on the floor. That's the last foul McComb can give. New Bremen shoot free throws the rest of the game.
That's the first foul they've had in about 5 minutes. They had, I think, 3 about a minute into this quarter. So
it's the 4th on Sherrick too. So
yeah, that's a one to watch for. So big possession here. Every possession is going to be critical here with 2:24 to go.
Nelson open. She's going to think about pulling the trigger. Rindler's with the basketball. Rindler trying to get some contact drawn there. That ball's going to go out over to Schrader. With 2:08 to go, McComb in control here with the basketball.
See if McComb will start to be a little more patient or a little more selective. Still got to run through your offense, but you don't need to shoot any outside shots with a 5-point lead.
Try to drive on the inside. Off-balance shot, no good. Rebound down to Mary Rindler. Gives it up over to Marina Nelson. Back over to Hirschfeld. Back to Nelson. Marina trying to go. She stops, and there's a timeout. Coach Andy Timmerman will take a full timeout. 1:40 to go. McComb leading New Bremen 50-40 here on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball, NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Back here out the precision strip timeout. New Bremen trailing by 5, needing a big bucket here, Dave.
Yeah, I'm curious what Coach Timmerman drew up or what he's suggesting here is they need that bucket here, and I think that went off McComb, and it did. You know, you can try to draw up a play. It doesn't always work exactly, but he kind of emphasized we need to go low, we need to go to home, and we'll see what they do.
Hirschfeld will get it in over to Firks. Back over to Chloe Homan. Homan going to kick it out to Firks. She takes a shot fake, drives on the inside and gets it taken away. McComb with a 2-on-1 fast break. It's Kern in the lane. She's going to stop, nearly throw it away. They're going to be patient here.
Yeah, I think Kern realizes we don't have to shoot. We got a 5-point lead.
Yeah.
They don't need to force one. The last time they kind of did a runner.
And Coach Jeremy Herr senses a little desperation there and takes a precision strip timeout.
Yeah, I think he wants to be clear of what he wants this team to do with a 5-point lead.
Yeah. I'd like to remind you that NK Telco Sports Internet sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on the NK Telco cable or the NKT.TV app on channel 151, January 8th at 7:30 p.m. and on channel 3 in HD on channel 503, January 20th at 2 p.m. and January 22nd at 12 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports.
Well, both teams have 3 players in double figures. Is a lot of good scoring. Hannah Sherrick leads them all with 7, and for New Bremen, Marina Nelson with 14.
So New Bremen needing to get a stop here, trailing by 5 with 1:07 left here. He catches the ball in the backcourt. New Bremen going to bring a little run and jump chase trap here. Here with a combination of Homan and Rindler. Kern with it in the corner. Under a minute to go now on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. McComb just patient with holding on to the lead, and there'll be a foul there from Mia Hirschfeld. That'll be her third.
The flip side, when New Bremen senses that McComb's now going to shoot, you can be risky and try to get a steal. But they moved the ball pretty nice there, so that was the 4th team foul. So all fouls from here on out will be 2 shots. So I think if you're New Bremen, you need to do try to get a quick steal, otherwise a quick foul.
Ball caught in the backcourt there by Casey Like, and the reach is going to be called on Michaela Firks. Be her second, and McComb now going to be shooting free throws.
Bremen can foul a lot. They have Hirschfeld with 3, Firks only with 2, so we'll see how McComb does down this stretch. As a team, they shoot a pretty good 67%.
First free throw is good. There by Casey Like, 11 points, continuing to add to that balance that McComb has had.
Yeah, pretty young team. Schroeder is, they only have 2 seniors. Schroeder is the only senior who's played today. Otherwise, a lot of juniors.
Split from the line there for Like. And it's a 6-point lead. Firk's going to fire a 3. It's no good. Rebound going to go down to McComb. Bremen's got a foul. Got to use it right away. They got the trap. Trying to get the basketball back. McComb wide open under the basket, and putting it in is Mackenzie Schrader.
I think that's going to be the dagger there on New Bremen. They're going to have to score quick here.
Down by 8 now with 18 seconds, and they're going to turn the basketball. Ooh. I thought it was over. I thought they turned it over.
I thought it was definitely off of New Bremen. They said McComb touched it, so a brief light of hope here with 16 seconds to go.
Over to Hirschfeld in the corner. Burden over to Nelson. She's got to fire a 3, and it's good. New Bremen still a little bit of hope left.
Yeah, Nelson, I believe she is 5 of 5 on her threes tonight. So chance here. Coach Timmerman trying to call timeout, but it's going to be tough. I think it was at 10 seconds, down by 5.
Yeah, and 53-48 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard here at the Precision Strip timeout. You had Nelson hit the 3 to go up. You had Nelson to hit the 3 to go up by 1, and then it was 45-44, and then McComb just rattled off 9 straight points.
Yeah, every time New Bremen has stepped up there, McComb has answered the challenge there. I think Coach Jeremy Herr is going to be pretty happy as they'll drive back up. I don't know where exactly they drive to go to McComb, and they're running McComb. It's up north. So I'm sure it'll be a happy drive as long as they can hang on and take care of business up by 5 with just under 11 seconds to go.
10.9 seconds to go, so New Bremen has to foul right away. Again, McComb already in the bonus. Long cross-court pass. It's caught by Kern. She'll try to dribble it out, but Marina Nelson will commit the foul to pause the clock.
Nice pass. Hannah Sherrick throws it down court. Often you don't see girls throwing it down court like that, and that just bright, wide open. And Sherrick done a lot of things for him besides just her 17 points.
Kern trying to ice this game, cans the first free throw and makes it a 6-point game.
11 now for the freshman. Kern only had 2 at halftime. But a sign of a good player is that she can do things besides just score, and she has done that.
And Kern misses. Looking here quickly, Chloe Homan. She's got a stop, pop, fire a 3. It's off the mark, and that'll do it. The McComb Lady Panthers defeat the New Bremen Lady Cardinals by the final of 54-48 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And take a look at our stats here in a second. I'll give Dave a chance to tally those up and thank our sponsors here today. They are Carriage Works, Tiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Helmet Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Koki Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCon, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keel Pizza, Team Mount sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game, which Dave and I will select from New Bremen is brought to you by NK Telco. Our mid and post-game stats are brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. And our New Bremen Live View sponsor is right here in New Bremen, Speedway Lanes. I'd also like to remind you NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 151, January 8th at 7:30 p.m., and on Channel 3 on HD on Channel 503, January 20th at 2 p.m., and January 22nd at noon. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. The New Bremen boys basketball team will be on the road tonight against Russia. That's if you're a New Bremen fan, you can catch the call of that game. The freshman game starts at 4:45. We're hoping to get hopefully the JV game started a little bit after 6. I'll be on the call for both the JV and varsity game, so hopefully you can join us for that if you're a New Bremen Cardinal fan here on your home for New Bremen Cardinal basketball, NK Telco Sports. New Bremen falls to under the 500 mark at 5-6 on the season. They'll be in action Thursday here back at the Nest against the Coldwater Cavaliers. That's a game that Greg Burning and I will be on the call for here, and JV tip at 6 o'clock. So if you want to join us here on NK Telco Sports, we'd be glad to have you here. And McComb advances to 6-3 on the season. Let's take a look at our post-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. And with those, Mr. Dave Kanapke.
Thanks, Brandon. First for the Cardinals as they fall to 5-5 overall. Marina Nelson with a nice game. 5 of 5 on her three-pointers. Two-pointer as well for a total of 17 points. Michaela Ferks with a good game, 13 points. Chloe Hillman with 10. Mary Rindler and Abby Burden both with 4 points. So, again, the Cardinals led by Nelson with 17. Nelson with 17. Ferks with 13. Cardinals from the field shot 15 of 42, 7 of 20 inside the arc, 8 of 22 outside the arc, 10 of 16 on their foul shots, all in the second half. For the Panthers, they were led in scoring by Hannah Sherrick, 17 points, had 2 big threes on back-to-back possessions in the fourth quarter. Also Morgan Kern with 11, Casey Like with 11, Mackenzie Schrader with 9, Sarah Ryder with 4, Riley Sheff with 2. McComb shot better from the field, 22 of 54, 18 of 40 inside the arc, 4 of 14 outside the arc, and their foul shooting, I forgot to total that up. Let me see here. It's 5 of 12, so not great there. One of the big differences is turnovers. New Bremen had 14 turnovers. McComb only had 4. If I might have missed one, but I didn't have a turnover for them the whole second half.
Yeah.
And then the rebounding was dead even at 21 apiece. It was a good game, up-tempo, entertaining. New Bremen, we talked about, they get to the glass ceiling of 3 points, and they broke through. Got a lead briefly there, but they answered. Hannah Sherrick had back-to-back threes. It's a good McComb team. It's always interesting playing or announcing these games on teams that you don't ordinarily see. But now the whole rest of the season, when I see a score from McComb, I'll pay attention to it and say, oh, I remember them. And I, kind of pay attention how they do in the BBC. A nice team under Coach Jeremy Herr.
And our player of the game brought to you by NK Telco is going to be Marina Nelson tonight. Yeah,
she was in limited minutes. She's had that sprained ankle before Christmas, so Coach Timmerman was holding her back at times. But, boy, she had a nice shot. 5 of 5 on her threes, 2 points, a two-pointer otherwise. 17 points for the senior Marina Nelson, our player of the game.
Congratulations to Marina as the Bremen Cardinals drop to 5-6. They'll be in action on Thursday against the Coldwater Cavaliers. That you can catch here on NK Telco Sports. As Greg Burning and I will be on the call for that game. And McComb advances to 6-3. So that'll do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank our crew here tonight. For our producer, Austin Ambergy, back in the station. I'm with Dave Kanapke. I'm Brandon Coverman. For the final time here from the Nest in New Bremen, Bremen Cardinals defeat the McComb Lady Panthers defeat the New Bremen Cardinals 54-48. You've been watching a production of New Bremen Cardinal basketball here on NK Telco Sports.